Thanks for joining us today. I'm Stephen Baker, and we're studying in Ephesians, and we're in Ephesians chapter 6. And we're in a very challenging section, which is about the battle that the Christian is in. And I guess, really, if we're honest, that has been highlighted in recent days through the assassination of Charlie Kirk and through the debate that goes on about Christian beliefs in the public sphere and our rights or lack of rights to do so in various countries and various societies. The Bible predicts all of that type of stuff. The Bible reminds us that our warfare is not physical, it's not fleshly. My own personal view is it's not really that we should be involved in the politics of this world to change things, but God is saving people and changes from the inside out. But there is time to take a reality check as we think about this. The world is in a state of war, a battle, and the Christian is in conflict. Now, it's not that the Christian goes looking for conflict, it's that the Christian is in a world that is anti-God, anti-Christ, and that is opposed to the things of God. But God has provided for us. God has given us equipment. Now, you might say, why can I not just use my own clever arguments, my own intellect? Why can I not just use my own abilities? Well, the Bible is really saying, God has equipped you. We've to take unto us, verse 13, the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Verse 13 is focusing very much that there is a day of attack, an evil day. That might be a general day in certain times of the world, such as in the days of Nero, the days of Nebuchadnezzar, when there was an evil day, an attack against God and against his people. Or it might be just a general principle that we're living in last days, days of evil. And so we've to take the whole armor of God. Now, we're going to think over these recordings about the various items of this armor, and I've put on my screen here some pictures that give us a little idea. The Roman centurion would have worn this stuff, so the armor of God, and then the belt of truth. We'll think about what does that mean. Then the breastplate of righteousness, and then moving on to the sandals of peace, and the shield of faith, and the helmet of salvation. So these are really important things for us to consider. And of course, we then end with the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. So let me take you back to the first one, just as a background, and I'll leave it there. The armor of God. God has provided something that is specifically designed for us. And going through those items, as I've said to you, as we will think over coming episodes, there is a belt of truth. There is a breastplate of righteousness. Our feet have to be shod. We've to have shoes that are called the preparation of the gospel of peace. We have to use the shield of faith, and we have to have the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. And these are really important things for us to consider. We wear different things for different events. We use different tools for different tasks. Depending on the job or the career you choose, you may have specific clothes to wear. If you're a surgeon, you'll wear scrubs, you'll have certain clothing. If you're a soldier, you'll have certain things you wear. If you're a fireman, and so on. And the tools are used for specific purposes. And that was the same for Roman soldiers. The modern day soldier or police officer isn't just told about his own clothes. He's actually given equipment, and he's given protective gear. Sometimes he's given offensive gear, though you'll notice on this list, there's only one thing that's offensive. It's the word of God. We're not out to fight the world. We're here to stand for truth, and we're to hold the word of God, and we're to be protected by this equipment. And you'll notice the equipment is protective. So the belt is going to make sure that we can move freely. The breastplate of righteousness going to protect our vital organs. Spiritually speaking, it's the breastplate protects the vital organs. There is the shield of faith. So there's something by which we defend our faith, the shield. There are feet that are ready, the preparation of the gospel the gospel of peace. And then, of course, there is the helmet of salvation. Our mind needs to be protected, and the word of God. So we're told to take the whole armor of God. We're not asked to take one piece. If you only had the breastplate and you didn't have the shield and you didn't have the helmet, you'd be vulnerable. You're asked to take it all. But my challenge in this particular recording is that in all circumstances, we need protection. If you listen to the previous recordings, you'll remember that we're not fighting a physical battle, but we're fighting a very complicated battle. And the weapons of our warfare are not physical, fleshly, intellectual, clever arguments. but they're mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. So God has given us something to preserve and protect us, our minds, our affections, our desires, our will, to make it possible for us to move freely in a godly way, for us to use our feet to take the gospel of peace to men and women, for us to defend with the word of God. So these are really important things. So we will go through some of these in the next couple of recordings. And it ends actually when you come to verse 18, where he says, praying always with all prayer and supplication. So he comes to this matter of prayer. So we have to be trained for the battle. We have to be equipped for the battle. We have to be aware of the need of protective gear spiritually provided. God has equipped us, and that's a wonderful thing. And we're going to consider that in a bit more detail. Thanks for listening. God bless you. I trust that you have a good day and appreciate your company today.